morning friends, Diana here from Garden Love. Today I'm going to give you guys a preview of us building our new greenhouse. As you guys can see, it came in a large package. Now this will not be a tutorial, but you will see some clips of us building it. It was not an easy task. I do have to say this greenhouse was quite complicated. The instructions were not the best, but we did do the best that we could and we got it done. As you guys can see here, we did a foundation for the greenhouse to sit on, and we did it with a large piece of wood, so that way there's no chance that it was going to move. Now, my greenhouse is going to require for me to step into the greenhouse due to this foundation that we built, but eventually we will build some little steps to walk into, or at least just one more step to be able to easily access the greenhouse. This greenhouse is going to be 10 by 12, and the greenhouse came from Harbor Freight Greenhouse. I'm sure most of you guys are familiar with this greenhouse. Most of the gardeners that I found on YouTube have this greenhouse now. Most of them also don't have the best reviews on it because it is a little flimsy compared to other greenhouses. However, I decided to go with this just temporarily until in the future I decide whether or not I'm going to need something better and larger. For now, since this is my hobby and my passion, I'm going to make it work and hope for the best. I'm going to put some fabric, that way no weeds start coming and growing through the ground. I'm also eventually going to add some gravel after I build my benches that are going to go in here, but for now this is what we did. As you can see, the frame, the foundation of the frame is completely built and attached to the lower frame that we built for it, and we put some fabric on the ground, and now it's time to actually build this monster. Joe actually had a friend over who was helping him read the instructions and just guiding him through the process. It was quite confusing. They kept saying that most of the time they got two step forward and one step back, two step forward and one step back, because the instructions were not all that great, and we didn't feel confident enough to give you guys a tutorial and walking you guys through it. But as you guys can see here, he's working really hard and trying to get this project done. I was surprised that they got it done in one day. They worked from the morning to the evening. At some point I had to move my car here so there was light shining upon them so they can complete the project. I do have to say that I was very impressed, and several times I asked them to stop and that I wouldn't mind getting it done the following week on another set of days off, but they insisted in finishing it so it can be completely done and over with, and we can move on to other projects. As you guys know, we have tons of projects here in the homestead that we are working on, so they got it done. Going to the greenhouse. Since we haven't built any shelves, what I'm going to do is just do a mid-shape shelves. That way I can already start growing things from seeds. As you guys can see, I have a few things to work with. Now, one of the issues is that I don't have water yet. I don't think I'll ever get any, well, I won't say never, but I don't think I'll get any irrigation near here. So we're going to buy some, well, we actually have some big tanks to fill up with water, to maybe put them right there. If you guys can see, because it's so bright. Let's see, I'll bring you guys over here so you guys can see the opposite. Wow, so bright. All right, so the point is we're gonna put them right here so I have access to water for the greenhouse. So you guys can see, we're going to figure this out. Friends, there's still a lot of things to be done in this greenhouse. But since I'm running out of time, I'm going to have to do what I have to do, or what I have. I don't want to rush into building shelves in here and then not be happy with what we built. So I want to make sure that we do some research and we are happy with what we have, what we decide to build, and we do it the right way. Because hopefully I'll have this greenhouse for many years to come. I hate to waste money and I would hate to waste time. So what I'm going to do, I just created an additional extension of a shelf where I can start growing some things here. I've ordered some trays to start growing in the greenhouse and they haven't arrived. So a few days ago I ordered some sandwiches for my friends that were helping us here in the garden, and I decided to save these. So these are going to be somewhat of a mid-shaped greenhouse. I might just use these as trays to hold water because I don't have water here. So whatever water I do get in here is going to have to, you know, work to the fullest. So maybe I'll put these trays here or here. There we go. And now I have a shelf and I have something to hold water with. Now I've been getting things like this that are cheap. These were at Home Depot for about $3. So I'm just going to be growing stuff in every shelf that I can, that I've created. I've also ordered some of these. So I'm going to just lay them out. Hopefully these holds a little bit of water. Same with this. So I'm going to, I put a little table in here. Let me show you guys. You guys can see. I think I'm just going to sit here, start putting my seeds together. I'm going to haul some water over here with a bucket. However way I can manage to do it, and I'm going to do it. You guys hear that? That's one of my chickens. It's probably laying eggs. I think the way it works from what I heard on other videos is their friend makes that sound to protect the other chicken from being attacked from predators while she's laying her egg. It just gives her a little comfort. So I'm very excited. I'm going to go check to see if there's some eggs there once I'm done with this. But let's go back to this. As you guys can see, I have something now to work with. It's pretty warm in here. I came in here last night. It was pretty cool. I need to get a thermometer to see what the temperatures are looking like in here. But for now, this is what we're gonna have to work with. I think it'll do fine. I can fit, let's see how many I can fit here. The trays that these go on, they were on back order, so I'm gonna have to work with what I have. Spring is almost here and I would love to have some, oh wow, would love to have some things to put in the garden. Perfect. Sorry. It looks like I'm going to need more of these. So now that I know what I'm working with, I'm definitely going to order more. And I'm going to bring my seeds out here maybe later on when it starts to cool off. Because right now it is pretty hot in here, which is actually nice because it's been so windy. And I hate being cold. I mean, it's not cold. What it is that it's so windy that the wind just cuts through you. Even if it's like 56 or even if it's 60 degrees, if you are outside when it's super windy, oh my God, it is not fun. So, ironically, the trays are better than these. Let's see how many I can hold here. There, that works. We'll do the same here. All right, so I'm gonna go get my seeds, bring some soil over here, that way I can get started.